TruSculpt Flex is redefining muscle sculpting. Now you're seeing it being combined with personal training for optimal results. First, we're applying the gel pads and the electrodes to the abdominals and flanks, so that it takes 8 electrodes to treat the entire abdominals, including the obliques. Now, since there's still another 8 electrodes on this machine, we're going to simultaneously treat the anterior thighs, putting another 8 electrodes on the anterior thighs. And then we allow binders to hold these electrodes in place because we're going to move the patient and we don't want these to fall off. We're doing right now isometric contractions as the muscle is just warming up, and we're just slowly moving the muscles through the full range of motion so they do get worked out in the full range of motion. Then we'll actually have her do the moving, so it's actually eccentric and concentric contractions. It's essentially a concentric contraction when she's, in this case, sitting up as the muscle is shortening, and then an eccentric contraction when she lays back down and the muscle elongates while it's contracting. Because she's getting contraction the entire time because the electrical muscle stimulator is on all the time, and it relaxes very little. It's almost always a constant contraction. It's multi-directional, so it doesn't build up lactic acid and doesn't cause cramping. But you can also control your muscles with your own volition at the same time. So if you basically do a personal training session at the same time, you'll find you'll get much better results out of the TruSculpt Flex and full sculpting and strength and hypertrophy and shaping and toning. So she's actually doing various abdominal exercises and leg lifting exercises while she's laying here. When she lifts her legs, she's bending her knees here, and when she bends her knees, it's actually stretching the front of the thigh muscles, the rectus and the quadriceps muscles. And when it stretches, it's actually elongating them, which means she's doing a eccentric contraction. She's actually contracting the muscle while it's elongating. And on the way down, it's a concentric contraction, just like when squats, when you press. So she wants to get a full range of motion of those quadriceps so they get developed throughout and get a better shaping of the thighs. And the same thing on the abdominals. She wants to get full range of motion, so she goes from slightly hyperextended to flexed, and she's on a pillow on her back, so she does have a little bit of hyperextension going on. And when she's going up, it's a concentric contraction because the muscle is shortening. When she's going down, the abdominal muscles are elongating, so it's an eccentric contraction. But it's essentially a contraction the whole time because the TruSculpt Flex electrical muscle stimulation keeps the muscles stimulated as a contraction in multiple directions. It moves all over somewhat erratically, it feels like. But it keeps a very strong stimulation of the abs the whole time, the whole 45 minutes that you're having your treatment. But nevertheless, you can still accentuate the response by doing some leg lifts and toe touches like you're seeing here, so that now she's shortening the abdominal muscles and lengthening them. And then actually the same thing's going on a little bit on the legs, because as she's flexing her thighs, she's actually shortening the quadriceps muscle a little. And then here we're taking off all these electrodes. The skin actually feels great right afterwards. We take off these gel pads as well. And then now we have to do the buttocks because we're doing it in 2 areas. So we first put the gel pads and the electrodes, and then she puts her shorts back on to cover these and hold these electrodes in place. And then we do the same thing on the posterior thighs. We're putting always the red on the top and the black on the bottom. And we're staying on the back of the thighs because we're going to get the hamstrings. Then we put these binders to hold all these electrodes in place, because when she goes through the various motions, they would fall off otherwise. And when she takes the maximum stimulation she can take, in this case it's only in the 20s because this is very strong stimulation. It's very unusual to get anywhere even past 50% unless you've been doing this for a long time. But now she can do her butt lifts there, and she's getting her glutes stimulated with her own exercise, as well as with the electrical muscle stimulation on her glutes, and it's also on her hamstrings. And then she's getting a little inner thigh workout simultaneously using the ring. And so she's doing essentially Pilates exercise, floor exercises, while she's simultaneously doing the TruSculpt Flex electrical muscle stimulation. This is to allow her to get optimal results, optimal sculpting, optimal shaping, optimal tension, and the best results possible from TruSculpt Flex. You're not going to get great results just laying there and let the electrical muscle stimulation do all the work. You need to move these muscles through the full range of motion, just like you do in any other workout. And you can actually add a little bit of weights if you find your own body weight is a little too light. Here you're seeing she's doing the lifts of her pelvis with a little bit of weight on there, which makes the glutes contracted against a little bit of weight, in addition to the TruSculpt Flex electrical muscle stimulation, very strongly stimulating her glutes and hamstrings, and she's getting a little inner thigh workout at the same time. And this is very intense because she's taking the electrical muscle stimulation as hard as she can take it. She's actually getting a very intense hour-and-a-half workout by combining TruSculpt Flex electrical muscle stimulation with true Pilates type exercises using body weight or a little bit of a dumbbell weight. And she's going through these various exercises as you're seeing here. You can do lunges, you can have one foot up on the chair. You can literally do anything that you're capable of doing. These are more advanced movements, but if it's something you've done anyway and you have the balance, it is great to be doing these things at the same time that you have the electrical muscle stimulation going on your glutes and, in this case, hamstrings. And she's going through various, very difficult exercises if you even just did them with body weight alone. But when you combine them with the electrical muscle stimulation, they become much more intense. Here she's doing a little bit of weight with the bar and small dumbbells, just adding to the stimulation and the development that she can get in her thighs and glutes, so she gets maximum results. It's good to wear bicycle shorts so that the glute electrodes stay on rather than the short shorts that you're seeing her wear. But nevertheless, she got a very thorough workout by combining various Pilates and barbell exercises and even jumping in the air to get a more thorough workout out of this. And this is her end of her hour-and-a-half workout, very intense Pilates workout, full range of motion while she's doing her TruSculpt Flex. She's going to get the optimal results from this. So what does it feel like to have a personal training workout session simultaneously while doing the TruSculpt Flex for a total of an hour and a half, because you had two of them? So what is it like?
I wouldn't be able to do it at the gym by myself this long. And I'm being pushed, and this is also pushing my body, so
You're done.
I'm done, but it was awesome. Thank you.